I'm here with Shannon Burke, visual effects artist from Riot Games and League of Legends. Shannon, you just held a very kick-ass panel upstairs. Tell us some of the things that go into creating these visual effects for the game.
Yeah, definitely it's unique to every champion, and so like I went over in the panel, which you will be able to see online after, you have to look at the building blocks of the character first. So hopefully you'll have the base character and the animations. You can get a better sense of the character's personality, which will work into the abilities of the champion. So getting a sense of color and shape. What type of abilities are they using? Are they punching somebody? Is it a magical spell? You definitely have to do your research beforehand of where you want to go, what it should look like, right? And once you have a solid foundation for that, whether it's like Rise's Q ability, like I went over in the demo, working from the runic magic, once you have those base elements, you can look to either make concepts of it for the different abilities, you show your team and get collaborative buy-in for what the kit holistically should look like, and make sure that it represents gameplay and the overall feeling of the champion, and make sure that it's clear, it fits in the world of League of Legends, right? And then you can go different iterations in-game. It took me many iterations, no matter which champion it is, to get the right balance of elements, right? There's so much that goes into making visual effects from 2D and 3D. Yeah, and that's the general idea.
You had touched in the panel about telling the story with the color and design. How difficult is that? Like, is there a process that you go through? Like, say, all right, I'm going to pick green because, like you were saying in the panel,
yeah.
Green means don't stand there. You know?
Yeah. League of Legends has already such a diverse pool of champions and so many different abilities that there already is an established shape and color language for certain things. If you want a healing ability, like Tribeca, you're generally going to use the greens and golds. If it's the arcane abilities, you're going to use blue, things like that. Not only League uses this, I mean there's definitely other games and movies like Poison is really acidic, definitely borrowing from the shape and color language of universally known things, help players understand at a glance, because League is such a competitive game, and helps them understand what an ability should look like or do.
How do you feel about that? You just mentioned that League is a competitive game, and it is. It's to the point now where they're selling out stadiums. They're talking about making it an Olympic sport. You know, what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think it's really awesome. I mean, not only that I'm a part of it, but that there's such a huge community supporting us, right? Like, we don't do it for ourselves. We don't just like make great art and be like, here you go. You know, it's definitely a collaboration, and the fact that there are so many people really into this video game, into its different avenues, from concept art to cosplay, that's an amazing community, and that's why we do it. If they want to make it a competitive like Olympic sport, I think that's awesome.
Any favorite character that you have in particular?
Yes, my favorite character in the game is Scion. He was talked about in the talk, the undead juggernaut guy. I know maybe it doesn't match, but I think he's just such an awesome, cool, hulking, interesting champion.
On a little bit of a serious note, what advice would you have for women who are trying to break into the gaming industry, considering that it's such a male-dominated industry?
Yeah, well, that perception is definitely changing. I mean, there's many opportunities. I definitely would just say, go for it. If that's your passion, try it out. Do your thing. I mean, visual effects is extremely technical. I program, and that doesn't mean that, oh, I should not do it because that's what boys do. Like, that's silly nowadays thinking, and I think that's great that more women are being inspired to participate, especially if that's the thing that really inspires them, that they want to learn about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem.